Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel Zaleski, and tonight we are at Jack Hackman Field live, getting ready to watch the Marshfield Chaparrals take on the Eau Claire Cavaliers. It's all yours, and it's all now.
Like right now, and it's all happening right now, guys. It is Chips night here at Hackman, and we are ready to go. We're all Chips all the way. Chips Champ and everything else that you can want, Rachel, over there at Chips. They got a great drive-through, so if you're in a hurry, drive-through, same menu is on the inside. And I mentioned the Chips Champ. You got to have a Chips Champ when you go to Chips.
You got to at least try it.
Yeah, so go there now, pick up your food, come on down to Hackman and join us. Okay, let's go.
All right, so Jason, this is our sports expert, Jason Zaleski. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Jason. Thanks for joining us. So the Marshfield Chaparrals have won 11 consecutive games. Mm-hmm. And you think they are the best Chaparrals of all time?
Sure, why not? I mean, what do I know? I do remember some of the first Chaparrals teams, and I was probably about this tall when they were playing just across the street at Reeds Field. There's been a lot of good Chaparrals teams, but man, I mean, one loss on the year, 11 straight. They've run off 11 straight games. Are you kidding me? There's another team here in the visiting dugout that's going to have something to say about that, though, tonight. Eau Claire Cavaliers came to town, but man, I mean, yeah, Chaparrals are on just one of those things. It's just, and they're winning big. They're winning by some smaller margins. But bottom line, Rachel, they're just winning, and they're winning 11 straight.
Woohoo, win. That's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
So on Monday night, the Marshfield Blue Devils finished up their regular season on the same field.
Yeah, right here.
Go ahead, tell us how that went.
Well, not so good. So at one point, just talking about winning streaks, the Marshfield Blue Devils had set a club record with 12 straight wins. They didn't lose in the month of June. Now, they started out 0-4, so we were a little bit leery about what kind of Blue Devil team we were going to get. And then they go and they rip off 12 in a row, just one more than these guys here have won in a row. I mean, really, Central Wisconsin baseball was as hot can be. At some point there, Rachel, the teams had combined for over 20 straight wins together. So you've got high school, and then you've got amateur baseball. But the Blue Devils cooled off after that. So they went about 500 after that win streak had stopped. And bats, the bats went cold. They could get a guy on base here and there, but they couldn't really get people around. They did score 7 on Monday. They lost, though, 9-7. So pitching failed when the bats came alive. We'll see. They start regionals, playoffs on Friday. They're down in Rapids, so head on down and watch. All the teams from the area will go down to regionals. Marshfield plays Wausau, and we'll see what happens. I don't know, but they're going to have to play June Blue Devil baseball instead of July Blue Devil baseball if they want any chance at making noise in the tournament.
Ooh, say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for that update. The Major League All-Star is break.
Yeah, Major League Baseball is having an all-star break.
All-star break, thank you.
That's usually what happens around this time.
So most of the Brewers are taking a break, and they're getting refreshed. Mm-hmm. So tell me, do they have a chance at getting a pennant in September?
Nope. Zero.
None?
Zero. So I started out the year telling everybody that the Brewers would max out at 86 wins. I'm still standing on that.
Okay.
Now, they're ahead of that pace, yet after the All-Star break, technically there's more than half of the season's been played to this point. So it's an All-Star break, not exactly a middle-of-the-year break. Now, the Brewers did have some All-Star players, all right?
Okay.
Hader, Yelich, Kane, and then right at the end, Jesus Aguilar was the last man voted in. They had a nationwide vote.
Wow.
They put up about 5 candidates, and then the whole nation got to vote. And they chose Brewer, Jesus Aguilar, who had an incredible month of June. Really, he started out not even playing. Thames was playing first base to start the year. Thames continued to not be good, so Aguilar just continued to work his way in the lineup. And then it got really good. He got really hot, and he's every bit of first baseman as Eric Thames is anyway. Here's a problem for the Brewers. In the first half of the season, let's just simplify it by saying pre-All-Star break first half, the Brewers are winning 2-1, 3-2, 5-4, a walk-off here, a walk-off there.
Yep.
But they were winning just by this much every game, just this much, just enough to get over the top. I mentioned Aguilar. He had, in a 2-1 win, a walk-off home run. They scored 2 runs. he had 2 home runs.
Whoa.
So they've had offensive struggles like you can't believe, and especially over the last couple weeks. They are now 5 losses behind the Cubs. They're trailing the Cubs badly. At the All-Star break, the Cardinals are nipping at the Brewers' heels. The only thing benefiting the Brewers with those 2 teams is they play each other coming out of the All-Star break. But the Brewers are in a world of hurt, Rachel. Pitching's been just average. They had the best bullpen in the league in April, May, and even parts of June. That's no longer the case. Starting pitching is average on their best day. And hitting, they're one of the worst hitting ball clubs in Major League Baseball. 86 wins. Book it times 2.
Ooh, you heard it here first, folks.
Second, actually.
Second. So, Jason, what can our fans, the Chaparral fans, expect from the game tonight?
Well, I see they're starting to pile in here. We've got about 25 minutes to first pitch. There's still plenty of time to get down here to Hackman. So what should fans expect? Well, it's a fun, family-friendly atmosphere here at Hackman. Lots of in-between innings, in-game contests going on. There's some on-field contests that happen. So it's a whole lot of fun. It's Chips Hamburgers night, so if that's not reason enough to come down, I don't know what is. But come on down and have fun. And again, you cheer on one of the best teams maybe in Marshfield history that's happening right now. So come down and join us and check things out. The fans, I think, are going to expect a pretty good game. Eau Claire is a good baseball team.
They are.
Now, the Chaps have played other good baseball teams this year, and they've beat all but one. Now, that doesn't mean that this is an automatic. Eau Claire is a darn good baseball team. They actually had a game at Eau Claire on Thursday last week. That was rained out. Torrential rain in Eau Claire. And so we weren't able to go to that game. So they should have been they're playing their home series here versus Eau Claire, but as it is, that game was rained out. So Eau Claire is a good baseball team. Chaparral is going to have to get things going early. I think they're going to have one of those 9+ run games to overcome the Cavaliers. Although Chaparral pitching has surprised all year. Just when you think maybe the pitcher's going to have to lock down on something, all of a sudden the runs score. Or like you said, though, Rachel, they've won 3-1 games, too. The last game here against Plover, 3-1, and they won.
Wow.
So it seems like they can win in any way. But what should they expect? They should expect to come down and join us here at Hackman on Chips Hamburgers Night.
All right. In case you didn't know, it's time to go get a hamburger. So thank you, everyone, for watching. This is the Zaleski Sports Show. Please check out our Facebook page on Zaleski Sports Show. Or you can find us on Twitter at Zaleski Sports. I'm Rachel. This is Jason. Join us down here at Hackman, or go ahead and just continue watching us live right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Highlights will be up tomorrow morning of this game, so if you're watching the full game now or you're watching live, remember, like Rachel said, check out Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook or ZaleskiSportsShow.com for highlights. You can also check out highlights of any other Chaparral's game that we've done this year, and we've done almost all of them. And so if you want to double-check my math on some of those wins and how they've done it, all you got to do is check out the highlights, and they're all yours and all now.
That's right. Enjoy the game, everyone.
Go Sports! Team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Wondering what to...